Good morning, everyone. It's Doug for Vermont Hoyas. We haven't visited together in quite some time, so I thought I would put another video out there to let you know that I'm still around. And today I'm going to talk about the root mealy bug. This is a problem that I first discovered in my collection last summer. It had probably been there for a while before that, so I'm guessing I probably had them for maybe a year, but it really developed into quite a problem, and I have solved it through the help of some friends. Around last Thanksgiving, I did an interview with the Let's Talk Hoya podcast, and Adam, Jesse, and Lydia pointed me in the right direction to what could help my mealybug cure, to help cure my mealybug problem. And I have to say that it has worked beyond my wildest expectation. Before I talked to them, I had tried a couple of other products with imidacloprid, which they don't even sell in Vermont anymore because it's so harmful to pollinators. And it looked like it was going to be successful, but both times I used it, the root mealies came back. So it was not overall, it didn't solve my problem. But the product that they recommended was something called Pure Crop 1, which is actually an organic product. Show it to you here. I've been using it now for about 3 months, and my root balls are completely clear of any sign of root mealybugs now. I really feel like they're behind me and I've solved the problem. I really can't thank them enough. And if you want to hear that interview, I'm currently on the, they just aired the interview that they did with me. So Let's Talk Hoya, I highly recommend you check it out. And if you want to hear me blather on about how I got into Hoyas and what I've got going on and how I flower them, I thought it came out pretty well. So check that out. But they pointed me towards this Pure Crop 1. I bought a half a gallon of it, and it is absolutely amazing. I used 7.5 teaspoons per gallon of water. I drew a line on this clear cup, so I just pour it in there and then pour that into a gallon of water. I've done that for about 2.5 months, and now I've cut back my dose a little bit just as a maintenance issue. I mix it in with my regular water and nutrient solution, so you can see it here. And what I do is I grow almost everything in coconut husk now in these clear orchid pots, and I just pour this in, soak it for about 30 seconds, and I drain it. I put it into all kinds of different containers that hold water with this solution. It's a root drench. And I think that this product has got some other capabilities, because they also say that it acts as a biostimulant, and I have to say that my Hoyas have never been as healthy as this in quite a few years. Pour that in there. It's almost, when you mix it up with water, it almost becomes like a soap-like. It does not act like an oil at all, even though its main ingredients is corn and soybean oil. They alter it chemically somehow, and it becomes a powerful insecticide. I don't know how they do it, but it is an amazing product. And I have to say, I'm not getting a nickel out of this. I've never made a penny off any of my content, so I'm only touting this because it actually really worked on a serious pest problem, one that could have driven me out of the hobby. Because there's another woman here in Vermont who 3 times started her collection over because of root mealy. She cut off the stems and re-rooted them and scrubbed out all of her grow tents and everything, and each time root mealies managed to come back. So just because you get rid of the root ball and start it over doesn't mean that you've eliminated them, because they can crawl up the stem a little bit. And I witnessed this myself when I restarted a Hoya serpens with brand new media and rerouted the cuttings, and it was crawling with mealy bugs. So don't think that you can save your collection by just cutting them off, throwing out the root ball and restarting. They somehow find a way to come back, but this stuff has really eliminated it. I've never seen such clear, good looking roots. You can see that root ball. Look at how healthy those roots are. We're going to take a little trip into the grow tent, and I'll just show you how good everything looks right now. This is Hoya cupula, just so that you know what it is. It's a really nice Hoya. I have to say, I really like it. It's covered in flowers right now. I'm just going to leave this in here for now, just because I don't have any place to set it. Normally I put a lot of saucers and things out and then drain them on saucers, put them back in the tent, but you can see how I do it. So this stuff works so well for me. I started with a half a gallon, which it's expensive, I have to say it, but it goes a long way. Half a gallon's about $75, and then I bought a gallon of it over here. You can see I plan on using it for a long time, and I think that was about, I don't know, 135, 140, something like that. So they don't give it away, but it's worth its weight in gold if it gets rid of root mealy bugs, and it acts as some kind of biostimulant too. So let's take a look in the tents right now. You can see how good things are looking right now. Let's see here. Show you this tent first. Cagnac Camariana. So you're growing it as a hanger now. It's full of flowers. Amicabilis, growing that as a hanger is something different. Insularis, covered in flowers. Just had a lot of flowers on undulata, but those have fallen off. Let's see what else. You can just see the overall health of the collection. In there you can see the back side of the blooms on Benchii. There's Australis, Oramicola starting to bud up. You can see the Hoya patella is there's a whole lot of flowers on that, growing that as a hanger. It's just the overall health of the collection. Oh, in there you can see Hoya inflata. It's almost never out of flower now. Weirdest thing ever. Couldn't grow it for years, and now it won't stop growing, won't stop flowering. Really weird. Okay, let's take a look. This tent over here. See what's going on. I've got the healthiest Hoya Griffithii that I have ever grown since I've been growing Hoyas. It's just amazing health. I don't know if you can pick up how healthy that plant is. This is the one that they called silver that has all the splotches on the leaves. And this was just started last fall. It's just incredibly healthy. And I think what's making a lot of these plants grow and do so well is that Pure Crop 1 that I showed you. No rhyme or reason for it. You can see Clemensiorum. I've got new leaves and growth. I have two plants. Both of them are growing new leaves and have vines growing, which is very unusual. You can see Verstegii back there, which is almost never out of bloom, to the point where it's almost annoying having to pick up all those flowers continually that fall off. Stenophylla, giant plant here that's over 4 feet tall. Flowers all the time. In the back here, Hoya stenoki, the dark flowered version. This is like the third time that it's bloomed. Bunch more buds on the bottom. Just a picture of health right now. So I think that's about all I want to tell you for today, other than I'm still around. I don't put out as many videos as I used to, but I had to share Pure Crop 1 with everyone. If you have a root mealy problem, it is expensive, but it does do the trick. I can't tell you how happy I am with that product. Let's see, let's just take a quick look. I forgot about this tent back here. This thing is interesting in that I'm fooling around with the day length again. I've got a number of plants that bud up at the wrong time of the year. Thomsonii is budding up in the back. Hamilton iorum is covered in buds. You can't really see it. Here is Calycina stargazer. You can see the buds. It's just covered with buds. This would not normally happen at this time of the year. I moved all of these plants from a 14-hour day to a 12-hour day, and he immediately burst into bud. Oh, and I want to say I got two different clones of Hoya serpents here, and I'm gonna move that into from 12 hours to 14 hours, and I can almost guarantee you it is immediately going to go into bud, because that is one of the plants that will only flower as the day length increases. And I have another one I want to show you I'm very excited about. I forgot to show you Hoya pistiolepsis, which has never budded up for me or flowered, even though the plant is huge. I just took that from a 12-hour day up to a 14-hour day, and finally it seems to be doing the trick. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see, right here, you can see the buds that are, I don't know if you can see it or not, there they go. But all of the peduncles on this plant, and there's a lot of them, they're all currently budding up. I don't know if I'll be able to take them to maturity or not, but there's just buds all over the place. And that's just because this apparently is a plant. Here's a trick if you're having trouble with it. The day length has to increase. If it's under constant crow light, constant day length, it will never flower. So that's the trick with pistiolepsis. I've been looking for the trick, and that's it. And that's about all I've got to say. I thank you for taking the time and visiting with me, and hopefully I'll be back at some point with more great Hoyas and Hoya growing tips. Thanks again for watching.